Hi. Oh my God. Guess what? Right before this, I thought I was live. And I wasn't. So I was talking to no one. We love OBS technical problems. Hello, welcome. um I am fashionably late to my own stream. We love that. Um I've had a very bad headache today. So I almost didn't do this stream. But then I took Tylenol and I'm a little better now. I'm a little better. So we're here and we're going to talk about Insidious because I decided to not do a franchise ranking video. I thought it would be more fun to interact with you guys and do it on stream. Also because my Insidious the Red Door review was pretty late because my mic broke and it was like a whole thing. So, nobody's really talking about Insidious the Red Door anymore, but we're still going to. We're still going to. Like, if dudes can talk about Friday the 13th, like, in 2023 and act like it is this, like, profound, incredible movie, we can still talk about Insidious the Red Door that came out 3 weeks ago. You know? We can still hype it up, you know? So that's all I have to say about that. Could you imagine if I'm not live? No, I am. Oh my God. Okay, cool. I see people. Oh my goodness. Rocco is here. Of course Rocco's here. Technical errors, at least using her computer. Yes. And hot girls always have headaches. That should go on one of my merch, like, shirts. That'd be pretty great. Todd says, best line in this franchise is, "It's not your house that's haunted, it's your son." Yeah, oh my God, that line goes so hard. Every time I watch it, I'm just like, bitch, slay. Like, Elise has some banger lines in this franchise. Like, she really is the heart of the franchise. What an absolute queen. Hi, Francis, the other Francis. Lara, hi. Hey, just got back from seeing Talk to Me and it was my fave part of the year so far. Oh my God, that's so cool. I'm actually gonna see Talk to Me with Kylie, also known as Haunted Hippie, here on YouTube. She's coming to hang out with me for a week. So we're actually going to end up watching it together, even though she watched it yesterday, but she kindly is like, let's go see it together. But, yeah, I'm excited to see it. I wasn't like really that impressed with the trailer. So I didn't have high expectations. I'm still going to go in with low expectations. But I see a lot of people saying it's good. So we love that. We love that. Hi, Shaheem. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Are you ready to talk about Insidious with us? Ooh, I don't think I've seen this person before. Hi, Karen? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but hi, welcome. Todd says the creators of Talk to Me really deserve the spotlight right now. Okay, cool. I can't wait to see it. I love that. I love that. Oh my God, that's so exciting. I'll probably see it. Kylie gets here Tuesday, and she gets here kind of late, so I don't think we're gonna go see it Tuesday, but I'll probably see it on Wednesday. Okay, so since there's some people here, I guess we can just get right into it. I hope everyone here has seen Insidious the Red Door. because I may mention some things that are spoiler-ish. Um, at this point, it's been almost a month that the film is out, so hopefully you've seen it. I was in the Sledgehammer stream with you, Kylie, and Cody. Oh no, don't say sorry. I'm glad you're here. Welcome. I hope I said your name right. And thanks for being here. I love that. I love having streams with Ken. They're the best. I haven't, but I don't care about spoilers. I love that attitude. I love that attitude. Elise is such a Barbie. So true. So true, bestie. So I'm feeling a little like icky right now. I've got a headache. It's not fun. But we're still going to have a good time. It's fine. We're going to have a great time. Okay, so I guess we're going to start from least favorite to favorite. I feel like my ranking is probably, I don't know. I feel like it's not really controversial. Like, I feel like it might be kind of basic. Hi, Lanessa. I've not seen it, spoil away. Okay. Is your mic... Why can't I see this comment? I have a little... Is your mic a Steel series? I don't know what that means. I got this mic on Amazon. I don't know anything about technology or equipment, really. I mean, I know about equipment, but like I wouldn't say I'm knowledgeable of names and such. But yeah, I got it on Amazon. I don't know. Okay, so let's start. So at my... How many movies are in this franchise? 5. Wow, this is going to be a short one today. At least we're not ranking something like Friday the 13th. Like, we'd be here all day. Ugh. Also, I remember when I did rank Friday the 13th, I got some really disgusting comments from lots of really angry men. Because they can't handle me saying I don't like a silly movie about a silly man in a hockey mask. But yeah, so we have 5 movies today, so I'm sure we're gonna like fly through them. So we'll just start at the bottom. So my number 5, this is to nobody's surprise, probably. My number 5 is Insidious Chapter 3. Unfortunately, this movie doesn't serve. Like, I don't know. I just don't, I don't know. Like, I think, I know this sounds cliche, but I think that part of the reason I don't like Insidious Chapter 3 is actually because the Lamberts are not in it. And I know that might be stupid, but I feel like the Lamberts are like, they are Insidious, and I mean, so is Elise, and she, of course, is in this one. But I just feel like the main character and, like, her family, they're not very interesting, and, like, I think that the demon in this one is pretty whack. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the man who can't breathe, like, they really couldn't think of a different name for a demon. Like, the man who can't breathe sounds like a placeholder name, and then like the movie came out and they were like, oh shit, we forgot to change the name of the demon. It's just like, am I supposed to be scared of a demon that's called the man who can't breathe? Like, I am not afraid. Yeah, so not a serve, not a slay for me. Yeah. Also, like, I don't know what it is. It's just like boring. Like, it's such a boring movie. I think, like, probably one of the best parts about it is the car crash. Just because I feel like it's done really well up to the point where, like, you can't tell that it's happening. Oh my god, my little space buns are falling. We don't love that. Aren't they so cute though? Check out my little space buns, guys. Don't you love that? Maybe if I sit like this, you can see both. Okay, so yeah. I just feel like it's pretty bad. I know that when I spoke to Melissa about this, she actually doesn't like the car crash scene. She says that, like, the way it's shot, like, is really weird, and, like, I don't know, like, she just felt like it was, like, really cheesy. But since rewatching it, I think it's still pretty unexpected. So it's a good jump scare, I think. And I mean, Insidious is the franchise of jump scares. So I think while chapter 3 has decent jump scares, I think the story is the weakest, and just, like, I don't know, it's not very good. We can move on. She is phlegmy. She is so phlegmy. Okay, so at number 4, I feel like I keep on forgetting how many films are in this franchise, and it's just 5. And I'm over here like, what number am I on? Okay, so at number 4, I think this is also to no one's surprise, because I actually did do an Insidious live stream with Melissa where we just spoke about the franchise overall and the demons. Because there's so many demons in this that they just don't serve. Like, they're not very scary. They're not very cool. Like, let's up the ante. It's very disappointing. At number 4, I have Insidious: The Last Key, which is also number 4. So in Insidious: The Last Key, we get, like, Elisa's backstory, and it shows her childhood and things like that. So I actually enjoy this one a lot more than 3 for that reason, because I feel like her backstory and everything was very interesting. I also liked how every single actress they got to play Elise at, like, a different age actually really looked like it could be young Lin Shaye. Like, I felt like the casting was done really well, so that was cool. I do think this one suffers from looking really low budget. Like, I don't really know where all the money went for this one. Like, I just have to check real quick, but I do think that it had, like, a big budget, which kind of makes no sense. Yeah, its budget was $10 million, and it literally looks like it could be a Tubi movie. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it does look like it could be a Tubi movie. So, not cute. Not cute. I mean, there's not too much to say. I think, like, it's just a lot better than chapter 3 for me. And it's definitely one that I would prefer to watch over chapter 3. Like, I feel like all of the Insidious movies are very, like, rewatchable, but chapter 3 is so boring. I feel bad because I know a lot of people really like chapter 3. Like, people fuck with chapter 3. Like, they love it, you know? And I respect that. I really respect that. It's just somehow not for me. Oh my god, this is so weird. My chat is super delayed. This whole time I thought no one was talking, and now a bunch of comments came in. OBS is not my friend. This is not my friend, I fear. Oh, it's a brand. Oh, I'm sorry. I actually don't know. I think it's called... The brand is called... Fee Fine? Or something like that for my microphone here. The Friday movies are iconic because of Jason, but overall they're so overrated. I feel you. Thank you. I just can't get with it, you know. Godzilla, I would definitely not rank any of the Godzilla movies. 38 movies is crazy. Hey boss, have you or would you consider doing a Hispanic horror season? Also, favorite movie, be it horror. I would actually like to shed some light on Hispanic horror films. I probably will try to do that during Hispanic Heritage Month, which is coming up. So that was a really good question. Thank you for that. Chapter 5 was a disappointment for me. I can see that. So if you had to choose from different franchises that deal with supernatural settings, which woman would it be? Elise, Lorraine, or the mother from Hereditary? If I had to choose... Like, if I had to choose a favorite, that's really tough. I really enjoy the Conjuring movies. Like, I know the spin-offs are, like, really bad. Not all of them are good, you know. It's a very inconsistent franchise. But I do think the way that Vera Farmiga plays Lorraine is very special. So I would have to say the fictional Lorraine. So yeah. Insidious 3 was the Fast and Furious 3 tried to branch out from the loved characters to make a bigger universe. Yeah. Chapter 3 for me is where the series started to reach that balance of predictability, scare, and trope-wise, but still delivering good haunting scares. Last Key and Red Door were very predictable. Yeah, I can agree with you, Shaheem. I think that's very, very true. Hi, Dee. Welcome. Dee says, happy to be here. First-time caller, long-time listener. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Welcome, Dee. You always make me laugh. Nicholas, hi. Hi. I don't know why before my chat was super delayed. Like, the whole time I thought, like, no one was talking. So I'm sorry for taking a while to catch up on that. That was very strange. I think my program was acting funky. So yeah, so my number 4 is The Last Key. I don't know if I mentioned though, but like the demon in Last Key is really stupid too. But I don't think he's as stupid as the man who can't breathe from chapter 3. Like, but the way that this demon looks in The Last Key is crazy. Like, I think a lot of like what he looks like and things, there's a lot of like CGI, and it's just not it for me. Like, he's not scary. He kind of is giving Spirit Halloween. Like, he's not really serving, you know? Like, I don't know. And there was also a lot of like really corny jump scares. Like a lot of corny jump scares that were just like, are we really doing this in 2018? Like, I know it's an Insidious movie, but like, come on. Come on. In the movie about Elisa's backstory, like, she's such an important character to the franchise, and like, they really did like give her an interesting like backstory and things, but like, let's make it a little more scary than this, because this actually wasn't scary at all. So yeah, that's number 4 for me. You guys feel free to let me know your rankings as we go through in the chat. I love to know which ones you put where. So, okay. It's crazy because this is like so short. You know, there's barely any movies, so I feel like we're kind of flying through these. Whoa, my chat is so late. I don't know why these are coming in so late. It's so weird. Todd says, I feel like the only good thing about chapter 4 was the demon key face and had a good jump scare with the suitcases. Interesting. I am glad that you feel that way. Because I actually feel the opposite. Like that's actually what I was talking about with the jump scares that I feel like were like kind of cheap and not like very good was the suitcase one. I just felt like it was going on for too long. Like up to the point where I was like, okay. Like okay, we know that he's going to pop out of the suitcase or something. Kind of like a Jack in the Box thing. I don't know. But I am glad that you liked it. That's good. I think the key face demon is a lot better than the man who can't breathe. But I just can't believe that literally the one fucking thing oh my god. The one demon is really named the man who can't breathe. Like, it really sounds like a placeholder name. Like, they needed to workshop that. Hello, Ida Penn. Ida Penn? I don't know. Hi. Hi, Gavin. How are you? I'm gonna be honest, I hate this entire franchise, but hello. Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out, even though you hate the franchise. The man who can't breathe is such a stupid name, honestly. I'm late. How far have you come? I am now up to my number 3. For those who are just getting in, my number 5 was Insidious Chapter 3, and my number 4 was Insidious The Last Key. So, feel free to let me know what yours are. I'd love to talk about it. Agree with Mud. If Patrick Wilson wasn't in it, I would never have wasted a moment on the series. You know what? I feel that. Even when like the first film came out, I was so excited because of Patrick Wilson and also Rose Byrne. But like, I mainly watched it for Patrick Wilson. But yeah. I'm crying remembering the key face demon's face card declining. Actually, oh my god. Why did this just change by itself? That's so creepy. That was really scary. Oh my god, do you think it's one of the demons? Am I being haunted? But back to what Lotto was saying, it's so funny that you mentioned that because ever since you said that in the last Insidious stream, Melissa and I have just been saying that about so many like other things, or just like his face card declined. Like we're absolutely obsessed. So thank you for for putting that out there. It's one of the funniest things. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Hi, Lepke. How are you? He says, what's up, everyone? Don't forget to roundhouse kick that like button. Yes, please. If you're here, make sure you like the stream. It really helps me a lot. And, you know, leave a little comment, even if it's a little heart or something. Thank you so much. I like the demon's hands with the keys, but the face and stuff was so disappointing. I totally agree, actually. And the demon is played by a very talented individual. Like, the demon is played by Javier Botet, who, like, does so much great work, like, in the horror genre. Like, he's done a lot. Like, he was in It Chapter 1, and, like, he was in, I think, Crimson Peak, and he's just been in a lot, and he's very, very talented. So, I don't know. That kind of sucked that, you know, they have him, and he just, I don't know. Like, he wasn't very scary. Like, I wasn't threatened by this demon. I wasn't, like, you know, really afraid of him. I still need to see this franchise. Oh my god. Wait, Lepke, have you never seen any of them? No way. For real? Like, all of them? I'm, like, shocked by that, because I feel like just, like, everybody watches the Insidious movies. Kind of like the Conjuring movies. I don't know. The demons are made... we're making fun of them. Yeah. It was Patrick Wilson who changed your TV. Maybe it was. Daddy Patrick Wilson. We love, we stan. We love, we stan. Todd says, I want an Insidious movie that kind of focuses more on Elise, but with how her upbringing was when she ran away and how she met her husband and what her husband went through. Yeah, that would be really interesting. They could have done a lot with Elise. Yeah, I definitely did want a little bit more about the husband and stuff like that. Like, it definitely left a lot to be desired. Haunted by the flat screen demons, Elise finally downloads McAfee security to exercise the foul spam spirit. Insidious 9. Oh my god, you guys are funny. I haven't seen any of them. Wow. Are they just, like, not for you? Or have you been, like, waiting? I'm curious. Are you a Conjuring fan, Cody? Lipstick face demon looks so silly, but I love it. I agree. And we're just about to talk about Lipstick Face Demon, because now I'm going to be at my number 3. My number 3 is actually Insidious, The Red Door. This is the latest installment in the franchise. I'm really hoping it is the last installment. Not because I hated it, because I liked it. I didn't love it as much as, you know, the other films, like the first one. But, I did like it, and I was really excited to see Patrick Wilson's directorial debut. I actually did put out my full review of Insidious The Red Door, so I do talk a little bit more in depth about things I liked and I disliked. So I'm not going to go too crazy in my reasonings for this one being at number 3. I'll say basic things, but if you want to know my thoughts more in depth, you should definitely check out that review. You know, leave me some love on the review. I'd really appreciate that. I had a lot of fun doing that review. I dressed up as the bride in black. It was a lot of fun. So you should definitely check it out. But yeah, so Insidious The Red Door is at number 3 for me. The good thing about Insidious The Red Door is that even though it's the 5th film in the franchise, it does feel like a direct continuation of Chapter 2. So it kind of feels like you don't have to actually watch Chapter 3 and Part 4. Like, I feel like you could kind of get away with watching the first one, the second one, and then Insidious The Red Door. Because in Insidious The Red Door, they kind of don't really... they kind of don't really reference anything that happened in chapter 3 or in part 4. So it kind of feels like those other two movies like didn't even need to happen. um so yeah, I mean, I really was excited to see the Lambert family again. Insidious is like very special to me because of the time I did see these movies. And I kind of felt like I was really falling, like, around this time, I was really, really falling in love with horror movies. Like, I had already liked horror movies for a while, but it was around this time that I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. Like, this is like, it's actually scary. It's PG-13 and it's actually scary, you know? And I just love a good, like, haunted house kind of thing, or haunted sun kind of thing. But yeah, so what I did really like about Insidious The Red Door is that the acting from everybody is really great. Patrick Wilson, of course, is great. I do love his, like, divorced dad era. I think that was a very interesting place to take the characters. I like that, you know, we didn't come back to them and everything was all happy and then, like, things go bad. We get back to them and, you know, we can see that this experience that happened in part 1 and chapter 2 really took a toll on their family. And it really affected their mental health, and it affected Josh's relationship with Renee and Josh's relationship with Dalton. So it was very interesting. It was just cool to see all of them come back for this. So yeah, I really liked it. I also think that Patrick Wilson did a really good job directing the actors. Like, I really enjoyed his direction with that. I was slightly disappointed that there wasn't, like, very cool camera work, but, you know, it is his first, you know, film that he directed, so that's okay. And yeah, I did like the way that he did the scares. I thought they were very interesting. They were, like, a little more slow than they were, like, you know, fast, jumpy jump scares. So yeah, like, specifically the one where he's in the house and you see, like, somebody behind him, like, blurred out, obviously, like, coming towards him. So I thought that was very good. I mean, there was a lot in the film. The reason it's at number 3 is because I don't think it's a perfect film. I think that, you know, some of the writing was a little bit, you know, just a little bit like they don't trust the audience to understand stuff. They were kind of like, you know, kind of spoon feeding us things. Like, we didn't really need you to say that. We don't need the character to say that. Like, I know what's happening. I'm watching the movie. So maybe, like, trust the audience a little bit more. You don't need to have the character explain, like, what is happening or what, like, trauma means. Like, we know what that means. We've been watching the movie. We've been watching these characters' journey. Like, the character doesn't need to say something corny, like, about trauma for me to be like, oh, yeah, it's about generational trauma. So I did hate that. But other than that, I thought it was, like, a sweet send-off to the Lamberts. I do really hope it's the end, though. I do hope it's the end. I don't want them to drag out this franchise. I think it's done. I don't think that we have... I just don't think we have any more to work with. And the thing is that, like, even with this one, even though I liked it, it did feel like they were kind of reaching for things to work with here. And there's still a lot of, like, unanswered questions from chapter 3 and part 4 that they didn't even address. So that was kind of like, oh, that's why I say that, like, you don't even need to watch 3 or 4 to watch this one. But Yeah, before I get into my number two, I'll catch up on the chat. I went on a long rant there. Michelle Crane from Insidious Chapter 2 is honestly my favorite entity in the franchise. Because she's so deliciously creepy and ruthlessly violent. I love that. We're going to talk about her in a second. No worries, Trash Picture Show. That's okay. That is kind of weird though that you can't tweet the link, but thank you anyways for wanting to share. Cody says, I just never got to them. Saw the first Conjuring in theaters, but it was a really bad theater experience, so it took me out of the movie and didn't continue with that franchise. I do want to go back and watch both franchises. I think you definitely should. I actually would love to know your thoughts on it. I'm sorry that you had a bad theater experience. That sucks. I remember when I saw The Conjuring 2, I had a really bad theater experience. I was very, very upset. I was looking forward to seeing that movie for so long. And when I went to go see it, there were like these like young kids and they kept on talking and like they were like on their phone and like they were so loud and they were just like talking, like having full-blown conversations, and I usually don't ever like say anything like because I just think it's annoying, but I think I was just like at one point I was just like, can you shut the fuck up? Like I just paid like mad money to see this movie, can you shut up? Like yeah, it was funny because I like was like, can you just shut the fuck up? And like I think like somebody had yelled back like, bitch, like you shut up. And I was like I was like, you paid money to be at a theater and like watch a movie, but you're like having a whole conversation on your phone. Make it make sense. Like some people actually want to see the movie and not hear you talk about like what you had for dinner. Jesus. Hi Dawn. Just got back from work, here to support my queen of horror. Oh my god, thanks Dawn, you're so sweet. Making dinner but listening. I've quit after the third movie. It wasn't worth my watching, so I stopped while I was ahead or behind. That's fair. I don't think like these movies, I don't think Insidious or Conjuring is for everybody, and I definitely respect like those who don't like it, it's not for them. So that makes sense, that's fair. Hello, Spookfest. I like the change of setting of this movie and the fact that it didn't just focus on the family like the other two movies, going into Dalton's perspective, but overall it was very meh. Yeah. Yeah. I can definitely agree with you, Letta, for sure. I went to go see it with my partner and I liked it, but I didn't feel really excited after. And it was so funny because Rocco was just like, wow, mid-Sidious. And now that has stuck with me. Because yeah, it was pretty mid. It's not amazing. You know, I do think it makes sense for me to have it at 3 though, because I do like it more than 3 and 4. But it was a little bit disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. It's been many years, you know, it's been many, many, many years, like a decade or whatever, since we've seen the Lamberts specifically. So I don't know, that was kind of a bummer, but what are you gonna do? D says, we love the flower eclipse era. Oh my god, thank you. It's my new summer hairstyle. Thank you. Ida says, please, I just need to ask this because I've been thinking about it ever since I saw it. In the end of chapter 2, Elise sees something behind that wheelchair gal, and did I miss something? Or did we ever find out what it was she saw and got scared by? Was it Lipstick Face Demon? I'm so confused. Yeah, actually I'm glad you brought that up, because that's what I was talking about when I was saying that Insidious the Red Door doesn't actually answer any questions that we had in the last movies. Like, that whole thing was so interesting. And I believe, which film is that in? Is that in, sorry, they all kind of blend together. Is that in The Last Key or chapter 3 that Elise sees something behind that woman? I don't remember, but they're all kind of blending. I actually, no, I don't remember. I'm not going to pretend to remember. Yeah, they actually don't answer that question. We don't know. It's kind of annoying because, she makes it seem like it's something very, very scary. And in every movie, Elise says that, like, one demon is, like, the strongest demon. And it's like, okay, well, which demon is actually the strongest demon? Because in every movie, she's like, I've never felt a more malevolent presence before. And it's like, you've been saying that for every demon. So which one is the strongest demon, Elise? So yeah, I mean, I assumed, like, she saw something, and didn't we hear, like, kind of like cracking, like crackling sounds of whatever she saw, and she does the thing. I don't know. I guess it could be lipstick face demon. I mean, I guess that would make sense. I don't know, but it is kind of annoying that they never address it. So, oh my god, hi Melissa. Hi. I do the same. Yeah, it's just bullshit. Like, don't go to the movies if you're going to be doing all that. It's pretty crazy. Because anytime I go to see, like, a big, like, popcorn horror film, like, it's insanity. It's insanity. Like, why are you paying $20 for a movie ticket to be on your phone? Like, I went to go see Insidious the Red Door, and there was a whole row of, like, high school kids, I guess, and they were all on Instagram. Like, they were watching a concert on Instagram Live. Their phones were full blast, and they were being so annoying. Like, they were talking, like, at one point, like, one of the kids, like, their Apple Watch stopped working and the whole screen turned white, and it was just, like, fucking glowing, and they just kept going like this. They're like, oh my god, like, my thing is broken. And it's just like, can you shut up? I'm trying to listen to a story about trauma. I'm trying to look at Daddy Patrick Wilson. I'm trying to admire. No, it's the worst. It's the worst. And they were just so annoying. Like, I just can't believe, like, you must really have money like that, because I cannot pay $20. It's literally $20 for a ticket over here. I cannot pay $20 and then just, like, sit there and be on my phone. Like, I'm paying to see this movie. Like, it's so insane. And I just feel like it's gotten worse. Like, I know I sound like old or whatever, but honestly, it's not even old. It's like, you're paying to see, like, art, essentially. Like, you're paying to go spend 2 hours at the movies and, like, be respectful of, like, everybody. Like, I don't know. It's insane. It, like, drives me crazy. Same thing happened to me when I went to go see The Black Phone. That was, like, such a bad experience. Like, and in the back of the theater, like, this guy started, like, fighting, like, physically fighting with these kids because they kept, like, talking or whatever. And then, like, he started fighting and he was like, well, let's go outside and I'll, like, kick your ass. And I'm just like, bruh. You just can't. Like, I just can't. Like, it was wild. It was so wild. Lanessa says, I think this entire universe needs to have a final two-part movie to end it all. I would like to see Sam and Dean Winchester involved. Oh my god, that'd be a funny crossover. Lada says, the amount of people full on recording or taking pictures of the movie has got too much as well lately. For sure. How insane. Like, when I went to see Evil Dead Rise, the amount of people that were taking a picture of the title card, like listen, the title card is fire, okay? It's a great title card. But, like, can you maybe not? Like, I'm pretty sure the title card, like, the image will be online somewhere. Like, why do you have to be, like, taking out your phone, like, taking pictures like you're in a concert, like, watching Lady Gaga? Like, I just want to watch the movie. I don't want to look at your phone. Like, I can't. Oh, my God. So much tea. I hate it. I hate it so much. Sometimes, like, I just get so upset. This is why, like, I like to see movies as well, like, before their initial, like, release date. Because, like, some will have, like, early screenings on a Thursday night. And even if it's at, like, 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, I'm going to go to the Thursday night when not everybody is there. Because these Friday, like, showings are crazy. Like, they're crazy. I don't know. It's so wild. When I was watching The Red Door, there was a couple literally taking photos with flash on from now and then. Oh my god. No, I'd be so pissed. I would literally curse them out. Like, I just can't. Like, I'm from New York. Like, I'm not dealing with all that bullshit. Like, I will tell you. Like, get your ass up out of here. Like, what are you doing? It's crazy. Okay, so we spoke about my number 3, and that was Insidious, The Red Door. So now, after going on our rant, we can go to my number 2. And my number 2 is actually going to be Insidious. I really enjoy this first installment. I think while going back and rewatching this movie, I did notice that the way it looks is kind of really ugly. It's very desaturated. It's just very, very, very ugly looking. It's very of the time. When did this come out? 2010. Whoa. Yeah, it's very of the time. It looks very 2010. Of course, it has really, really cool shots and things, and that is because it is directed by James Wan. And I really like the story of this one. I think it's very interesting. Obviously, the acting is top tier in this. Like, the Ty Simpkins is really good. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about with The Red Door. I was pretty surprised that Ty Simpkins, you know, I feel like it's kind of rare for, like, a lot of child actors to end up growing up being very good adult actors. So he's actually very good. And I thought he was very good in the new Insidious. But yeah, I mean, I really like the first Insidious. I think there's a lot of great jump scares. I think that our main demon, the lipstick face demon, I know a lot of people think he looks like Darth Maul and they make fun of him or whatever, but I think I really liked his look. And I remember when I first watched the film, I was very afraid of him. And all the jump scares really got me in this one. Granted, like, now rewatching it, I don't think the jump scares get me anymore because I've seen it so many times. But I still think this is such a great, like, haunted house, haunted sun horror film. It's fun to watch with your friends. It's fun to watch during spooky season. And I mean, the music and the soundtrack is bangers. Bangers after bangers. The fact that they used Tiptoe Through the Tulips and they made it super scary, even though that song is kind of already scary, but, like, they made it so scary, this very terrifying thing. Um, yeah, I kind of love it. I think this is a movie I'll probably rewatch over and over again. I mean, I really enjoy it. I think the one thing though, and the reason that it is in the number 2 spot is because now having rewatched it, there are some things I think are a little bit silly that just kind of like don't hold up. Like I think when Elise is wearing the like gas mask, and she's like they're doing like the thing where they're trying to find Dalton and everything, and she's like shaking and things. Like I think that that was like effective when it first came out and like watching it in a theater with people. But like now many years later, when you watch it, it's kind of silly. It's like this is like this is kind of corny, like what is she doing? Um so yeah, there's a little bit of that was kind of just like, that didn't age that well. But overall, I think it's a pretty solid horror film, and I don't think it ages entirely bad from for a film from 2010. So, yeah. Yeah. I love the tagline for it. It says it's not the house that's haunted, but they didn't want to give away what's actually haunted yet. Because in the movie, the line goes so fucking hard. Oh my god. I think that was my letterbox review. Um, yeah, it's not the house that's haunted, it's your son. It goes so hard. Yeah, just like, what a great line, you know? Let me catch up real quick. Is this normal behavior in American cinemas? I'm concerned I might go to jail next week after attempting to shove people's phones up their ass for interrupting in Chicago. Um, yeah, I would say it is like normal over here, and it shouldn't be. It's like so annoying. It's so obnoxious. Hello, Viral Vibes. First movie is the best. Okay, I'm glad that you like the first movie. Dawn says I haven't been to the theater since COVID. People are so rude. Yeah, it's crazy. It's really crazy. I feel like it's like getting worse. Like I don't really know why either. It's so weird. Okay. So now we're at my number 1. It's gonna be like the shortest ranking of all time. uh so my number 1, if you haven't guessed it by now, is Insidious Chapter 2, also directed by James Wan, and is from 2013. So Chapter 2, I love Chapter 2. I love this movie. I always tell people, I have very few like comfort movies, and for some reason Insidious Chapter 2 is like one of my comfort movies. Like if I'm like sick at home or something, I don't know, I'm putting on Insidious Chapter 2. I just love it. So the big reason Insidious Chapter 2 is my number 1 is because I think this is where they were really like catching their stride, and I think that the stakes were a lot higher in Insidious Chapter 2 than they were in the first film. And also, I think this was when Patrick Wilson gets to play like this very like villainous character, and I had never seen him play a character like that. And I just love it. I think he serves so much camp. Like there is a scene in this, like specifically the scene where uh what's his name? I think his name is Carl. Is his name Carl? Yeah, Carl. There's a scene where Carl is, holding his dice, and he like goes there to talk to Josh, and at this point they already know that something is wrong with Josh. So they think like, obviously that he is possessed or something. And when he gets there, he sees him, and Josh is looking really like beat. Like he is looking super dead. His eyes are sunken in. He's looking pretty old. Like he's kind of starting to look like, the demon. Like he's kind of looking like the bride in black. He's looking very raggedy and things. And I just love the sequence where Carl sees him, and Josh is like standing there with like his arm behind his back, and he's like, what do you have behind your back? And then Josh is like, why don't you ask your dice what I'm holding behind my back? And it's this like very like fun performance that Patrick Wilson is giving, and you can tell that like he was having an absolute blast. Like he was having so much fun with that character, and I think that's also why I love it so much. I love seeing like actors get to play these like roles that they don't normally play, and they end up having so much fun with it. Like you could tell like, it's something he doesn't usually do, and he was just having a great time, and he was serving like camp, like I don't even know. But I love that scene. That scene actually made it be my favorite. And I also want to talk about Michelle Crane, because she is also a really great demon, and I love like her look and everything. Just like the white dress and like her little like shh thing that she does. She was really great. Like she was serving. Oh my god. Just like the whole scene where like she's yelling at Parker, and I think she slaps him, and she's like, don't you dare. Just so good. And you can tell she was in it. Like she was feeling it. Like she was like, I'm fucking serving right now. Yeah, I really like that. And I feel like the further in this one is so fun. Like they go into the further, there's so many like cool demons, like so many cool sequences. Like when Josh is walking through and he sees all the demons that are like smiling, and they're smiling doing like very like disturbing things. Like one of them like ended up like shooting like their family and stuff. So that was crazy. But there's a lot in this one that's really, really good, and very just like a good, fun popcorn horror film. I love this one. What else do I want to talk about? I want to talk about the Bride in Black. This is my favorite demon in the franchise. I think that the Bride in Black is the most interesting. I know there are a lot of people that they don't love the Bride in Black story that they tell in this one, and that I totally get. That makes sense. But I actually do think this demon is just the most interesting. And I do like the connection that this demon has with Josh. I think it's very, very interesting. And again, the music and soundtrack goes so hard. It goes so hard. Of course, they use Tiptoe Through the Tulips again. And I just love that like classic Insidious, like loud noise that they do. So yeah, I don't know. I love chapter 2. It's probably always going to be like one of my comfort films. It goes hard. It goes hard. Everything about it is great. I love it. I love it. Definitely a fave for me. And I give it a solid 4 levs. Like, it's just so much fun. So much fun. So much fun. I love it. Honestly, I could watch it right now. But yeah. So, oh my gosh. We did it. Who are we? Who are we? So yeah, so for those who have just popped in and maybe missed it, I will probably tell you all my ranking again. I'll catch up on the chat real quick. Why do the sequels always go so hard? I love Insidious Chapter 2 and Conjuring 2. Honestly, same. Same. I think Conjuring 2 is the best. It is the best one. I definitely, like, want to do a whole dedicated video to The Conjuring, like, all of the films. I might do that in anticipation for The Nun 2 coming out, which I have very low expectations for. But I might do an entire, like, ranking of the whole franchise and, like, yeah. That'll be really fun. Conjuring 2 is my favorite in that series. 3 wasn't all that bad, but just lackluster of creativity. Yeah, I definitely do agree, actually. It's very true. Very, very true, Shaheem. Andy, hi. Andy says 2 live streams in 1 week. Who is she? I know, oh my god. 2 live streams and a video? Who is she? Doing such a great job these days. Ida says the scene where they transition from the real world to the further when Josh is playing the piano and is screaming is so good. I love it. Oh my god, yeah. That is so good. There's so many great sequences and it still holds up. D says we did it, Joe. We did. Patrick Wilson is a villain in Aquaman. Oh my god, really? Honestly, I'm never gonna see that. I don't like superhero stuff. But I guess I'm not surprised by that, because didn't James Wan direct Aquaman? Or am I incorrect? I don't know. I don't like superhero stuff. But that is cool. I didn't know that. Cool. Wilson is a wonderful villain. I fell in love with him in A-Team. Oh, I haven't seen that. Cool. He's really great. He's so great. Also, if you guys haven't seen Insidious the Red Door, he has a song that he did with the band Ghost. It's a really good song. And he sounds so good. He's a very talented man. He's a talented actor. He's a talented singer. Clearly a talented director. I'm very excited to see more from him. I hope that he directs more, even if it's not horror films. I would love to see him direct more movies. I really, really am a big Patrick Wilson fan. He's really one of the best. Still have to check out that Ghost song from the new movie. You should. It's a good song. It's a good song. He sounds so good. Okay, so for those who missed it, I'm going to go through my list from worst to best one last time before we end the stream. So, at number 5, I had Insidious Chapter 3. At number 4, Insidious The Last Key. 3, Insidious The Red Door. 2, Insidious. And 1 is Insidious Chapter 2, my favorite. I'll probably be talking about that one for forever. I feel like I've been going in about that movie on this channel for forever. It really is a comfort movie. Don't you just have those weird comfort movies, like, you know, it's about demons and families are being tortured and things, and I'm out here like, yeah, man, this is my comfort movie. Look at this family being tortured by demons. Yeah. Love that for me. Okay, so we did it. Wow, we did that. Very, very happy that I decided to do a live stream ranking the films instead of a video. I think it's a lot more fun to do the franchise rankings live so I can interact with you guys. So moving forward, I probably will be doing franchise rankings as a live stream instead of a video. And I will be keeping like the videos depending on whatever franchise it is. If there's like a new movie coming out for it, like Saw or whatever, I'll probably do the new Saw review and then do a franchise ranking stream. Ida says I'm Swedish and Ghost is Swedish, so I feel honored that they got to be in it. Oh, that's so cool. Very nice. Very nice. Dawn says Insidious 2, not nearly as effective as the original. Almost a case of seen it before, know what's coming, meaning nothing much original going on, just your run-of-the-mill supernatural horror. I can see that for sure. I mean, I get that. It's a close tie for me with Insidious 2 and the first Insidious, which is why I have them together. But, you know, I like them both. I like them both. Okay, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on this Friday night. I hope everybody has a lovely weekend. I will see you all next week. I will be doing a review of Barbie. I know it's not a horror film, I know, but I'm a pink girly, I'm a bimbo babe, and even though we talk about horror, you think I'm not going to talk about Barbie here on this channel? I'm going to do what I want. So next week I will have a Barbie review out. I also am probably going to do a fun little like Barbie ranking like of the early 2000s Barbie movies. I'm not going to do all of them. I'll probably just do like the 2000s to 2010 and stop there because there is a lot of movies. But yeah, it's going to be fun. I might do that with Melissa actually. So look forward to that. And yeah, I probably will also do another stream next week. Probably just like a chill with me. Actually, Kylie is coming to visit me, so we probably will do a stream together next week. I know we're gonna do some streams over on her channel. I'm gonna be filming some Jalo season 2 stuff next week as well, so that should be coming very soon. I'm super excited. We're gonna be filming Jalo season 2 stuff in this summer house that we're getting, so it's gonna be like a whole new setting and it's gonna be very interesting. And this is a little spoiler, but Kylie is gonna play a little small part in it, so that's gonna be fun. But I probably will see you on a stream next week. And also for Barbie, thank you so much for hanging out. Let me read the last couple comments here. I swore I was going to catch up on this series on vacation, and I absolutely did not. Oh no, I hate that for you. I've never been in any of your lives before, but I love these vibes. Oh, thanks so much, Ida. Thank you. I'm glad. Happy to have you. Barbie review. Yes, it's coming. Rhode Island this weekend. I hope it's fun. Oh, I hope you have a good time. Barbie was so much fun. Yes, it was. We're going to talk about it more. Okay, so I will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for hanging out. I hope everybody has a great night, a lovely weekend. I am going to go and I'm going to lay around because my headache kind of went away, but I'm not feeling too great. So, I hope you all have a great night. Love you. Bye. Bye.